4 o'clock down there.
Oh, okay. It's close, I
I
guess.
thought we were gonna be late because we came home a little later.
Yeah, this week, forget it. It's gonna be we doing
Holiday
a lot.
week, holiday week. It's
Yeah.
weather is crazy.
Yeah, we have a lot of other stuff going on too. So
Yeah.
but let me make sure we live. Yep, we're live. Live and in charge. Okay, so not a lot going on. I think people they got holiday syndrome going on.
Maybe
I
everybody's
did
like,
see Al Roker did release a statement saying that I think he's stepping down for a while. Yeah.
Okay. I figured because of his
He's
health.
you're sick, so you can't just do anything.
It was a rumor that Robin Roberts was going leaving.
Oh,
I'm thinking that's a rumor. You told me to be careful when you're on Facebook.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll see
stories in the side,
and you think it's real and it's not.
And I'm thinking, what? Not Robin Roberts.
Okay, so House passes one. We talked about a little bit about with that guy coming over from Ukraine, the president.
Oh yeah, and the money for help him.
House passes $1.7 trillion government spending bill as funding deadline looms.
That's in partly the money that's going to him is in that bill, right?
Yes. The House voted Friday to pass a massive $1.7 trillion spending bill that will fund critical government operations across federal agencies and provide emergency aid for Ukraine and natural disaster relief. The bill will next go to President Joe Biden to be signed into law, which we already know he is. Government funding is currently set to expire late Friday evening. The lawmakers raced the clock to clear the measures before the deadline. The Senate passed the legislation on Thursday, along with the bill to extend the deadline by 1 week. The House also approved the 1 week extension, and Biden signed it into law on Friday, ensuring there will not be a shutdown. So that's good, I guess. How come it's always going to be a shutdown at the end of every year?
I don't know. It's like every year here, the teachers, the public school system, they go on strike every year.
The massive spending bill for fiscal year 2023, known on Capitol Hill as the Omnibus, provides $772 billion for non-defense, domestic programs, and $858 billion in defense funding. Wow. It includes roughly $45 billion in emergency assistance to Ukraine
and NATO allies.
Yeah, right. We all know it's Ukraine.
They're not NATO though.
$40 billion to respond to natural disasters like hurricanes, wildfires, and flooding. Gee, thank you.
You think
what they better hope don't happen is that we have a lot of national disasters,
right?
And people start going, oh, $45 billion went to Ukraine.
Yeah. And does this also mean that Ukraine is going to join NATO?
Remember the whole
threats
purpose,
Putin was saying
no. That he doesn't want them to join NATO.
But he's waging. Is it waging?
But here's
war
the thing.
on them anyway. They're not part of NATO.
Let's say that we don't do anything and they not allowed to join NATO.
Okay.
What does that mean?
We would just watch a lot of people die.
And that's different.
We would watch before our eyes.
Like every other country we watch?
We would watch before our eyes the Putin do what he's doing to mess that country up.
Oh, okay. So when China decides to extend their border, what's going to happen? We're going to go in and help whatever country that is too?
We playing Superman to the world, and we have to really be careful with that because we're losing resources here to even help our own country.
You know who the only Democrat who voted against this?
Who?
Your girl. The one you always crack on.
Who's my girl?
Ortiz, whatever her name is.
Oh, she voted against
She's the only one that said no.
I in all honesty, I kind of see where she's going with this.
The only one.
Because, like I said, they're not part of NATO. Why are we the only ones in NATO that is helping them, unless other countries are giving money towards it, because...
Not $45 billion.
Not that much, maybe. We don't have to give that much, too. Who set that amount? Who sat there and said, let's do this amount and not this amount? I really don't get it. I'm not trying to be meanful or anything, because my mom and I, when we were at one of the pantries.
Yeah.
We met an older lady that's from Ukraine, and she's here. She's worried about her son and her family that's over there. So you sit and you talk, and she's concerned. And
I know some people,
she's a Christian, so we say pray with her about it.
And I know, and there's some people here who are Haitian who are worried about their people.
Exactly,
Haiti,
other families from other countries that are going through some turmoil.
There's even some people that's here that's Puerto Rican, and guess what? They're worried about people in Puerto Rico who are actually part of this country.
Right.
But anyway, House GOP leader Kevin McCarthy criticized the $1.7 trillion spending bill on a floor speech ahead of House vote. This is a monstrosity. It is one of the most shameful acts I have ever seen in this body, the California Republican said. The appropriations process has failed the American public, and there is no greater example of the nail in the coffin of the greatest failure of a one-party rule of the House, the Senate, and the presidency of this bill here. I do agree with him that for the Democrats to have the majority in all three, they absolutely suck.
For what?
They didn't do anything. They have the president, the House, and the Senate, and still, in my opinion, didn't do anything worthwhile the whole time. Now, January, they lose it because now the House is now the Republican now. But they had the House. They had the Senate. And they have old man Biden. Grandpa Biden. So anyway, the California Democrat took issue with McCarthy's floor comments, Nancy Pelosi, on her way out, saying she was sad to hear the minority leader earlier say the legislation is the most shameful thing to be seen. Now, I agree with her. He has the nerve to say that's the most shameful thing he's seen. No, sir. The most shameful thing we've seen is the storm of the Capitol. Where you, sir, were one of the ones hiding underneath your desk.
Thank you. That's the most shameful. People need to understand that that's going down in history as the most shameful thing that America you can say.
She says, I can't help but wonder, had he forgotten the January 6th?
Thank you.
A reference to the January 6th, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol.
Thank you.
That's why I don't belong to either party. I told you, they're both idiots.
They both are, they both are not sensitive. They both make decisions,
dumb comments,
and dumb. For you to get an amnesia on what happened on January 6th shows us where your heart was at anyway.
And
about that.
Neither party cares about the American people. That neither one. They only care about lining their own pockets. Which is probably why the girl you always joke about, Ortiz, voted against it. She actually does care about the people. I just think she goes too far.
Yeah, she goes. She's
but she's someone who probably is like, what is this doing to help us?
It's not helping us.
All right.
Like I keep saying, they're not part of NATO. Now, are they joining NATO? Was that any? Did the Ukraine president say helping us? Giving us money, giving us soldiers to fight, whatever they're doing, we're going to sign up with NATO.
No, he did exactly what I told you he was going to do. What? And you was like taking up for him.
Well, I was taking up for him. You was talking about him as an actor.
And what did he do when he got in front of Congress?
He acted.
He told a joke. Putin and something.
That has nothing.
This is not for you to be an actor. I'm
trying to say it doesn't matter. I just want to know what decisions he's gonna make as a leader.
He's not
his charisma.
He's gonna decide whether he's going in movies or if he's gonna go on television when this is over. He is playing a president.
Yeah.
Just like that movie. I don't know if you remember. It was a movie where they was doing a fake war. I don't know if y'all remember it. Very famous actors that were in it. And you had to play like you was leaders, play. And it was being broadcast in front of American people, and the American people thought it was real.
Right.
And it wasn't real. Do you remember that movie?
Was that the one when he did the blackface?
No. This is one where they was pretending like there was a war or something going on. I can't remember.
That one is.
That's who that guy reminds me. He reminds me of somebody playing. He looked at his book and said, "This is what you're supposed to be as president." He's a joke to Putin, and I'm tired of these people keep talking about. They keep fighting back. Our media is the only one who reports that. Anytime Putin wants to just
take them out,
take the whole place out, he can. I don't understand why people don't understand that.
I don't know. I don't know why this is.
They even got my mother watching this stuff. Ukraine, they were strong today. They're
I don't know. We don't know what there's.
Putin has nuclear weapons. He has weapons of mass destruction.
Mm-hmm.
If he didn't want the land, if he didn't care about the land, he would demolish them.
I don't know.
He would crush them like cockroaches.
Is it something that's keeping him from moving forward even much
other
stronger?
countries? He needs other things, but he's on in the meantime, if people would watch, he's doing things that's making it where he can be self-sustained.
Well.
He's doing things where his country can remain self-sustained. He's acting like China.
Yeah.
In a way.
Be by themselves. They don't need anybody else. We'll see where this goes. Because probably what what Ortiz is thinking is this is going to bite us in the butt in upcoming
$45 billion.
That's a lot. I just wish that Ukraine would have made some promises on getting on the bandwagon, joining all of us.
And
if we're doing this much for you, we're risking our actual freedom as well.
I actually thought didn't they tell the people to leave?
Yeah, they've been telling them to. A lot of them can't, of course, the older people and so forth. But I don't even know what else to say on this one. I'm in between the, not that I don't want to be insensitive.
I am.
This is not like the situation with the Holocaust.
To me, it's different.
Where Hitler was literally destroying lives
and putting people in ovens.
Yes, that one. Yeah, we step in whether they were part of NATO or not. It don't matter. We see mankind.
And to me,
hurting.
This is war. This is But how is this any different in any other part of the world?
I don't know. I would think it would be if they got if they got things there that we're trying to protect, like the Bush was. How Bush was saying weapons of mass destruction. They had oil. It was something there that we needed to protect as well.
What is it that we need? Somebody got to say other than Joe Biden and his son having some connection to Ukraine.
I don't even know.
What is it that we need in Ukraine that is making us spend $45 billion
money to help them?
And it's not humanitarian because we have people all over the world who are dying and starving. Mm-hmm. So if we want to say it's humanitarian, that's a lie.
Because we need to be consistent with that all across the world.
All right. Emerald says, hi, ladies. Hey, Emerald. I could use $1 billion while they are giving money away. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sure other countries are raising their hand, too. Hey.
Can I get And you got people, like I said, standing at the border, acting like a check-in line, calling them by number. We only taking number 1 through 20 right now. We're only taking number 21. God. Hold on. We'll get to you number 50 through, excuse me, 100, 150. We're not at 150 yet, sir.
Wait.
We're only between 1 and 20 right now.
So, I don't know.
All right.
Oh, well, our government.
So $45 billion, $1.7 trillion. That's not even, is that even a real number? $1.7 trillion.
Because trillion is after billion, right? Those of us who are
trillion. And where's the money coming from?
I don't even know. Somebody gonna make it in the basement.
Some old man in the basement. He's rolling the thing and making more money, which means that $1.7 trillion is gonna come out of us. Mm-hmm. American people. Watch. Every prices is gonna go up, inflation, all of this, while they print more money and all of this crap. All right, here we go. Ivanka Trump grew visibly upset as she failed to get her father to rein in his supporters on January 6th before retreating to an office. Can you imagine her yelling at her dad? She probably was like, Dad.
I don't want to see her angry.
Ivanka,
at their dad.
Yeah. Ivanka Trump appeared visibly upset. Okay. It said she attempted to persuade her father, the then president, Donald Trump, to call off the rioters. Did she not know he was in the back of the car trying to beat up Secret Service and turn the steering wheel to go around?
The steering wheel.
The reporter also detailed how other aides tried to get Trump to stop the attack on the Capitol. Top editors give you the stories you want delivered right to your inbox each weekly. That's businessinsider.com.
Okay.
Ivanka Trump appeared visibly upset after she attempted to persuade her father, comb-over, then President Donald Trump, to call off his supporters. It even sounds stupid to call them supporters, to call off his supporters. It's call off his gang.
But that was his supporters.
That's a gang.
That's a nice word for saying that. They don't consider themselves a gang.
If they were brown, they would be called a gang.
Because
a gang of people attacked the Capitol.
Because being privileged is that they were fighting for their freedom.
All right.
That's their right.
As they attacked the Capitol on January 6, 2021, a report by the House Committee investigating the riot found. According to the report released Thursday, Ivanka Trump, who served as a White House advisor, and she said, I won't do that again.
Oh, please don't.
During her father's presidency, told the committee that she had unsuccessfully tried to reason with her father as his supporters ransacked the Capitol. At one point, retreated to the office of her husband, Jared Kushner, because she needed to regroup and collect herself.
So why is she putting this out now?
They brought her up to talk.
Oh,
witnesses backed up her account, saying she had appeared upset and as though she had just had a tough conversation. Multiple witnesses told the committee of attempts to persuade Trump to intervene and try to stop the violence, which he refused to do. Instead, watching the attack as it unfolded on television. So he watched them banging the windows,
breaking the glass.
He watched them, the pepper spray, the cops that out there, the security and the cops. Mm-hmm. He watched them grab them. He watched the guy. Remember the guy in the door being smashed. Mm-hmm. He watched the black man leading them another way. Mm-hmm. He watched his vice president grab mother and daughter and run out. Mm-hmm. He watched all of that.
Right. Because if you think about it, I had caught an episode on Netflix about the mean rulers like Hitler and all of them, Mussolini, all of them, and how they started as kids and how they became more powerful. He was enjoying
it
because it was
for him.
It was like it built up something in him.
Nothing like this has ever happened.
They're doing this because of me.
And they're so stupid because I don't believe it. Hannity, giant box head, doesn't believe it. None of them believe it.
These people.
And we got these dummies. See, and people say, how did Hitler do what he did?
Yes.
Exactly. How do you lead people to do something in a mob that they know is wrong? And then the person they're doing it for cares nothing for them, but he likes it. It's a power thing for him.
Yeah, it's more power than the fact that person, you're leading people to destroy something. They don't care that they're destroying something. You're caring that they listen to you.
Exactly.
It's almost like you can't handle the truth. He did a code red?
Oh, the code red, yeah.
He didn't care that they killed I used the word, I'm sorry. That they took a life of a soldier.
Right.
He was concerned that they listened to him.
Exactly.
They were obeying me. But you told them to take a life of somebody. That ain't important. They weak.
Exactly.
That's how Trump is. That's how he was watching them, all of that unfold. He was like the what's his name character in what is it? The movie Code Red.
Yeah.
That movie. So,
all right, here we go.
That's all I'm saying.
Wendy says, hello, beautiful stars. Merrick Garland, Attorney General, Department of Justice. Oh, you doing the Shaquilla, yeah. Arrest her killers, please share. Emerald says, Trump was so hell-bent to get his way that he didn't and wouldn't even listen to those most closest to him.
His daughter, I'm sure she was shaken. She was probably one.
Ivanka Trump was enlisted by aides to try to reason with her father and persuaded him to issue a message urging protesters to stay peaceful as the violence escalated. According to the report, she made several attempts throughout the day to get her father to more forcibly condemn the riot. Throughout the day.
This was not just
throughout
the one time.
The day.
Yeah.
That means she kept coming back.
Dad,
they just killed a security officer. Can you tell them to leave?
Dad,
they'll listen to you.
Dad, they're attacking the officers, the police officers there, Dad. Lady just got
a Marine or whatever she was. She shouldn't have been in there with her dumb self in the first place. She was just knocked down.
They took her out.
What are you going to do about that, Dad?
Don't care.
I remember her saying at various points, witness Cassidy Hutchinson told the committee that she wanted her dad to send them home. She wanted her dad to tell them to go home peacefully. And she wanted to include language he wasn't necessarily on board with it at the time. She was trying to help the dumb man out there and say, I don't have nothing to do with this. I want y'all leave, please.
I'm out.
I don't want to have nothing to do with this.
I tried. My dad's not even listening.
It was 3 hours after the attack on Capitol began that Trump finally issued a message telling his supporters to go home. You know why? Because they got to the chamber and that lady, the Marine or whatever she was, got knocked down. And then they realized that those guys that's in there pointing guns, they are going to knock down every last one of y'all that try to come through that door.
Right.
It's going to be more than just her.
They're taking their lives.
That's the only time he stepped in.
They had to protect the Capitol.
But that's the only time he stepped in. He wanted them to go in that room.
Yes. Oh. Okay.
Ahead of the riot, Trump had delivered an speech to supporters speech to supporters who subsequently marched on the Capitol and attacked it in a bid to halt Joe Biden's certification as president.
Yeah. We're doing exactly what other countries we see.
And then you have people say they were justified to do what they did.
Exactly.
You have dummies like Kanye saying, why are you not getting the ones that's locked up that went in there, getting them out? Mm-hmm. Those are American people that was fighting for rights.
Fighting for their freedom. I get it. If it wasn't,
I'm like, physical. I don't get that.
No, I get the fighting for your freedom. That's why we do mass walks and what do you call it when they're together?
Yeah,
we do those
protest.
But when you start hitting, physically hurting, breaking the building pieces and stuff, that's going on a little bit beyond you just being there doing a peaceful march.
Right. Casey Lynn, she said, I want to wish you beautiful people a gorgeous Christmas. Love all. Thank you.
Merry
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Wendy says, have you heard from Ivanka lately? Where is she? Ivanka's in hiding. Ivanka and her husband disappeared. She said she don't want to have nothing to do, Wendy, with none of this. Mm-hmm. He got mad and threw his foot on the wall. He is an idiot. Comb over.
They're in another state now and they live in that world.
Oh, they're in another state? My mother said they live in another state.
That's sad.
She got out of there.
Your own this is her own dad.
They ran her out of there. Okay, let's move on. Because we're talking about comb over. And didn't they say today, Ma, you watch CNN, that the committee found that he is guilty of that or something?
Run for anything else, period.
They don't want him to be able to run for anything.
No. I told my
until I see it, I won't believe it.
Is that the worst punishment? It's just the fact that he can't run
exactly.
for something?
He like Will Smith. You can't win an Oscar for 5 years.
Oh, you got snubbed. Oh, poor Will.
Oh, you can't show up to the Oscars for 5 years.
Good, never in his life.
All right, well, we'll see. That's not good enough, though. Just to put somebody, tell them they can't run for office.
He broke laws.
Okay. Now, this is for you.
Please kindly explain this to me. Because, sometimes I don't. Because when you get in the car, you say it's still cold.
Well, here's
the
thing.
So apparently I'm not running it.
Remember, because we live here in the Midwest. Mm-hmm. And we've heard all our lives, you need to warm the car up. Because if you drive a car while it's cold, you can mess up the battery or the engine or whatever.
Warmed up, yeah.
That's older cars. It's changed now with the technology. Look at this. What your year? You got to go with the year of your car. So depends on the year of your car. Yes, warming up your car before driving in cold weather can damage the engine. Did you know that, Mom?
I didn't know.
Excessive idling does not do anything positive for your engine's long-term health. Winter is officially here, and winter storms are hitting many parts of the United States. We know that. We got a lot of snow. In frigid temperatures, it's a common practice for many drivers to let their cars warm up for a while before hitting the road. Some vehicles even have a preset feature that lets drivers start their cars remotely. Remember those things?
Yep.
But a verified viewer wants to know if doing so can potentially hurt your car's engine. The question: can warming up your car before driving in cold weather damage the engine? The answer: true. Yes, warming up your car before driving in cold weather could cause long-term damage to your engine. Most vehicles built after 1980 no longer need to warm up before driving. And experts say driving after 30 seconds to a minute after starting your car is the best practice.
I disagree.
How you gonna disagree? And this is a professional.
The reason why I disagree, they're probably right, but they need to let me know how to answer.
I'm getting ready to tell you. It's true that warming up gas-powered vehicles before driving in cold weather can cause damage to the engine, according to Firestone Complete Auto Care and Smart Motors Toyota, a dealership based in Madison, Wisconsin. If you're one of the many drivers who thinks it's important to turn on your car and let it sit for a bit before hitting the road in a wintry weather, you could be doing your engine more harm than good, Firestone says. Letting your car idle in cold temperatures can shorten the life of your engine by stripping away oil from the engine's pistons and cylinders, two critical components that help your engine run. Chief engineer guy said. Gas-powered cars need oil to keep their engines lubricated. When you start a car, an oil pump circulates the oil in less than a minute. But if you let your car idle to warm up the cabin, the oil can get stripped away. Constantly letting a cold engine idle can actually be counterproductive because it gradually strips oil away from your engine's pistons and your cylinders. Okay? Let's see what they want to tell you. Less oil means more friction, more wear and tear, and a shorter life for your engine, Firestone says. While some people let their cars idle to warm up the interior, that's what you're saying. Others may, no, you want it warm when you get in. Others may actually,
outside is my concern.
Others may actually be trying to protect their engine because of outdated guidance.
Outside of the car is my thing.
In cold temperatures, what, Ma?
How long are you supposed to let it run?
Well, that's what we get into.
She's reading all of this, but I'm still not going to do it.
Okay. Instead of, even though you're messing your car up.
No. I don't even know why you need to read this on, because one of the concerns, I get it, maybe not let it idle.
I'm getting ready to tell you what they're telling you to do. If you don't want to listen.
To do what?
Instead of waiting for your car to warm up in the winter, most manufacturers recommend driving off gently after about 30 seconds because the engine warms up faster when the car is being driven.
It's still not answering my question, my concern. You're reading all of this. I don't care. When I go, first of all, we don't have a garage.
Yes.
So today, the temperature was 9. It was negative last night, and it was a one at negative 9. I'm sorry. I went out to my car. On my car, it's not just snow; it's ice.
That's why you use those things.
No. I tried to scrape it, and it's hard. I turn my car on so it can defrost and it gets softer so I can scrape it off and clean my car. I started to back the car up to come park to the other door. I can't see nothing because it's still icy. You can't tell me letting a person's car who sits out in the Midwest with ice on it, that they can't let their car run so it can clear the ice so they can see, so they can drive.
Now
I understand about the whole damaging of the thing, but I can see, don't let it idle too long. You want it to idle enough where that ice gets a little soft. Maybe 5 minutes.
No.
Not 10, not 15. I get it. I won't do that no more.
What they're saying is, start your car.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Let it idle for about 1 minute, 30 seconds to 1 minute.
I turn the defrost on so it can start to heat up the window.
Then pull out of the area that you are in and drive very slow. Because
you can't see.
No, you got to use the ice thing.
No, I don't want. Okay, y'all watching me? This is truly upsetting me because that's why you don't always look at these different kind of things.
Emerald got a good one. Hold on. Emerald said, we just had an ice storm hit here last night.
Thank you.
I went out to warm it up. I wish I knew this early. Maybe we could use hot water on the windshield.
I don't bring out hot water with me because I'm far away from my car as we're parked. So why would I want?
Not that far. You can bring hot
I'm
water
the one
out.
that cleans the car off. I get it. I got 2 cars to clean off too sometime because I don't want the one car sitting with 5 feet of snow on it. My concern.
Oh, True says, be careful with the hot water. You could crack your windshield.
Thank you. We can't always Google and come up with this stuff.
That's what
I
they
do
said.
get it with the idling. I do for a long time. No, you're right.
I just keep using the water thing.
Mine wasn't working.
No, you can pour some on there. That windshield wiper fluid that has whatever's in it that breaks up the ice.
I didn't have any with me. I used to keep a bottle of it in my car because my thing to spray it's frozen. This is below 9 degrees, you guys. It's below 0.
Emerald says, Lenore, do it your way, okay?
Thank you. I don't like Googling all this and hearing what you. And our car, my mom's car, we had that car for about 20 years.
Look, I'm just
and
telling
we let
you.
that car idle. I ain't listening to them.
You know what, to be honest with
That's
you?
a Honda. That Honda's still running.
And you know what?
It's over 250,000 miles.
And you know what, to be honest with you?
What?
You notice when I do drive, I just
You get
go.
right in.
I get right in and go.
Yeah.
I'm one of those get in and go. I'll use the thing to get the ice off and I'm out of here.
I'll do that too, you guys, but I can't see.
That's hard for an old person that can't see out of none of the windows.
Yeah.
And you're late for wherever you're going.
Right.
So
you haven't cleaned the car in 50 years.
So I'll meet this.
When's the last time you cleaned the car?
I clean the cars, you guys.
Yeah, my mother don't clean no car. She cleaned the car.
I can't wait till we get our garage. When you get the garage, Kim, you're right. I won't be doing that no more.
We're moving, and that's another thing that we've been doing. We've been moving around lately because we get a house.
Yeah.
And it has a garage.
It has a garage attached. So thank you, Lord. I won't have to clean cars unless I'm going to a store.
Okay, so now that you don't have to clean car, you'll let it go for 30 seconds to 1 minute.
If I'm at a jewel store or something and buying groceries and I'm happen to be in there and it starts to get hard, right. I still gotta sit.
It ain't gonna get hard that fast. You got to do
that's why I'm saying I won't idle too much. But then, Kim, that defeats the purpose of what you wanted, the thing to start your car.
That's what they saying. Don't do that. Don't get that. That's what they saying.
Oh, okay. All right, you guys.
Said all of that. I knew that was gonna cause something.
Yeah,
that's why I brought that. That's why I put that story in here.
Heated. I'm like,
that's why I put that story in here because I knew she was.
I just cleaned the car this morning and I was scraping.
I said that because you came in and I said, "How long did you leave the car running?" Oh, about 15 minutes. So when I saw the story, I said, "She's not supposed to let the car sit for 15 minutes."
I pulled the car out so I could pull to another door. I couldn't see.
We live right now where we live. Somebody will dry that car off.
Yeah,
you leave that car
out
there.
I lock it with another lock. Key.
All right. So Wendy says, Wendy says his food on the wall. You must be going back to comb over. Do you think they're really done with him, Mom? Wendy said, do you think they're done with him, Mom? With Trump.
They're never done with him.
Yeah.
She said they're never
done with him.
But I don't think he's going to jail.
She don't think he's going to jail. You think he's going to run again?
Never.
She don't think he's going to run again.
He won't run again. He'll probably do his Celebrity Apprentice show, but he won't run again for office.
Let me see. Emerald says, put a trap over your car so that you don't have to clean off the windshield. That's true. You could put something on the windshield so that you don't have to clean it off. They have those things.
What is that?
They have the things for cars that you can put over the windshield.
Because I would use that as we're out shopping and it's snowing.
Yeah, but you can use that now at night. You put it over the windshield.
I mean, once we get our garage.
That's a good one, True. And Emerald. And then True laughing.
Girl, when you got to clean the car yourself and you see her Google something. Don't leave the car running for more than 5 minutes.
Nobody enjoys driving in a freezing cold car, so it's understandable that many drivers like to let their cars warm up for a few minutes before hitting the road. Others are concerned about damaging their cars by driving with a cold engine. Some vehicles even have remote start features that make this easier, but one verified viewer reached out to ask if warming their car could actually damage their engine. So, let's verify. Our sources are the U.S. Department of Energy, Firestone Complete Auto Care, Smart Motors Toyota in Madison, Wisconsin, Chuck's Auto Repair in Seattle, and Napa Auto Parts. Gas-powered cars need oil to keep their engines lubricated. Chuck's Auto Repair explains when the engine is cold, gas may not evaporate completely as it combines with the air. This may lead to excess fuel in the chamber, which causes some of it to condense into the cylinder walls and strip away the lubricating oil. Our sources say this leads to more friction, which causes wear and tear and could eventually shorten the life of your engine. Instead, our sources recommend driving about 30 seconds after starting your car because the engine will warm up faster when the car is being driven. In the past, cars needed to warm up for several minutes to avoid stalling because they used a carburetor. Nearly all...
That makes sense on that TikTok I told you I saw, where that man came out and the cars was covered with snow and he used his briefcase and stuff and was cleaning the car off. He didn't start the car. He cleaned the car off. No, but remember I told you the funny one?
I get it. No, but I couldn't get the ice off.
But wait a minute. So the TikTok, after he cleaned all the car off and stuff, he took his key and to do the door. Right. And it was another car.
All of that.
He cleaned the wrong car off. But that means people must do that then. They clean their car off without starting.
That doesn't work for me.
I know. Because
the moment you start your car and you have the defrost on, the windows, what is it in the windows that when you're defrosting? It's like it gets warm. Oh, okay. And the ice starts to just come down and it's easy to clean. All right. I don't do it to warm the car inside. All right. And then too, you need to how do you feel about turning the car off in a cold weather at the gas station?
Oh, that's true. You're supposed to turn the car off. And you're supposed to turn it off when you're waiting in front of stores and stuff, but nobody's going to do that.
This one lady, she was telling me with her baby in the car.
Nobody's going to do that.
She said, I'm not turning my car off. But I said, you can blow up in the gas station. She said, I don't care.
All right, here we go.
Wow.
Woman berating a Patriots fan for watching a game in her stadium goes viral. Now, I watched this. It was absolutely ridiculous.
What happened?
Let me see if they show it. Why is I can't hear anything?
It's on the X.
See this woman. The Las Vegas Raiders and New England Patriots had one of the most insane endings to a football game for many a year in the NFL. And one Raiders fan let a Patriots fan know all about it. A video, I don't know if you guys saw this, it went viral. A video of a woman intimidating a Patriots fan in what she calls her stadium has gone viral, and she loses her cool while he remains cool and composed. After Raiders defensive end Chandler Jones picked up a loose ball to returned it at 48 yards for a game-winning touchdown as time expired, the female fan went on the offensive against a Patriots fan who was a few seats down. You know it's a Karen, right? The video of the woman ranting and raving has been viewed nearly 1 million times after it was posted on Twitter, with a shout out to the man on the receiving end of the tongue lashing. Look at this. If he would have smacked her,
my goodness.
You know how many people would have been like, "Oh, that black man beating up on that white woman."
Yeah, hitting that white woman.
Captioning the video, Twitter users Babs, who claims to be the leader of the fan group Patriot Nation, wrote, Someone find me this man. I owe him a beer. Entire game, this lady was chirping at him for cheering for the Patriots in her stadium. Absolute blank ending for New England. And she's up in his face. He stayed calm after seeing the worst loss ever.
Goodness.
I know I wouldn't. He deserves some love.
Oh my goodness.
The man on the receiving end then broke cover on Twitter and replied to say that he is Jerry Edmond and wrote briefly about the incident. He tweeted, "I'd like to thank everyone for all the kind words. I'm the Patriots fan in the video. My name is Jerry Edmond, and that was my first ever NFL game. I didn't want to ruin my experience by retaliating towards that woman, so I kept it cool."
Brother man. My hat go off to him.
And I don't know if it's in this story, but I read on another story. You know the Patriots owner. You know he always hanging with all the black guys and stuff. He think he a rapper. Well, you know he's going to reach out to this guy.
He knows
he's getting tickets to every game. You think he can sit down? He's
going
gonna be on the field. He's gonna meet all the guys. Come to any game you want.
Keep reading.
Edmund continue. One thing I've learned is, as a black man in America dealing with a situation like that, a reactive response would result in a lose-lose situation for me.
For him.
I didn't want to ruin my experience doing my first NFL game, doing something I would regret afterward.
Oh, I respect
Neither
you.
did I want to ruin anyone else's day by creating a scene that wasn't needed. So I just did my best to keep my cool. See, we have cameras now.
Yeah.
And we know this happens all the time.
Everybody's watching.
And my friend, a black guy, he said, you don't know how many times I've been, they go off, or I've gone on the elevator and they look at me and get off the elevator, all that. Yes. And he not even, he regular dude. It's not like he look like a gangbanger or something. Edmund had a message for a woman with the hope that this might be a good learning experience for her. One thing I can say to the woman after this has gone viral is that I'm glad I wasn't the only one that witnessed how she was behaving.
Yes.
I hope she understands there are not a lot of people that would have addressed the situation the same way I did. And I hope she can learn and grow. Baby, it's not a lot of black men I know that would have stood there and let you do that.
And not that hand not touch that face.
Or your dude, that one that came and hugged you, he would have got hit for you. He would have took some ones for you. They would have hit him. They would have been like, I can't hit her. Where your dude at?
Get that man.
You going down for her.
What was it that said in the thing? Get that man a beer. That was so good behavior. You think when we had our little bracelet that say, what would Jesus do?
I think Jesus would have pushed her down.
No, he would not.
No, you know what he would have did? He would have touched her head and she would have fell out.
Mama laughing.
You know what Jesus? No, I know what he would have did. Jesus would have touched her head and she would have fell out under the power of the Holy Spirit.
Just blow.
Jesus would have went like this. And that lady would have went like,
my sister, be healed.
and to teach her a lesson, he wouldn't have let nobody catch her. Let her hit the ground.
I appreciate that man. Oh my God.
Can you imagine that?
A black man with a white woman in his face.
Yelling at him.
Yelling at a game. Go ahead, my brother.
Oh. So he got a lot of the players. They want to meet him. He got seats on the field now.
That was favor.
Favor.
Thank you, lady Karen. To all caps, Karen.
And then the people who giving her high fives. What about them? I wouldn't have, if I was a person standing around there, I would have been appalled.
Oh my!
I would have been like, what is she doing?
But maybe this being viral, people will pressure her to say, you need to say you sorry.
She need to be fired from whatever job she's in.
Oh my God.
And she needs to be berated on social media.
Yes. That's our donkey.
Okay, that's the donkey. If Charlamagne was doing donkey of the day.
She a donkey for sure.
Emerald says she all in his face. I would have stiff armed her. Oh, if that was a black woman, it would have been
You know what? We watching.
We could hit her. And
we watching the video. I'm sure everybody was cringing like this.
Hoping he wasn't going to hit her. We
Oh my
always think, oh, we're
God.
gonna push her or something.
And when she went right to it, oh God, okay, Lord, please don't let him hit her. Oh, please don't. And he didn't. Oh,
Wendy says interesting. MAGA. Sorry, MAGA.
Mecca.
Going back to comb over.
Okay.
I mean, this is
But
ridiculous.
thank you for showing this. There are some good people with integrity in the world.
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
there was a lot of white people who wrote on the thing and said, I can't believe that the people around them let that happen.
Yes.
If I would have been there, I would have been like, what are you doing?
I know if I was there, I would have said, ma'am, get out his face. He may hit you. What is wrong with you? He would have people coming up to protect him.
That's what I'm saying.
Lady, what is wrong with you?
We would have been in trouble though, because we would have pushed her down.
I don't even know.
I know I would have got in her face.
I would have
sure.
said something, yeah.
They would have been like, this white lady was all in this black man's face, and then these two black girls showed up and started getting all in her face. I sure would have got in her face. And everybody would have seen. I would say, you like people to yell in your face?
Now you know how it feels. Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right. So
All
wasn't
right.
that good?
That was.
And we would have messed it up because we would have been acting out of anger
yes.
and messed up him getting free
This
tickets
moment,
and Super
yes.
Bowl and all this other
That
stuff.
all happened right. It was all how it happened was good.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Give that man a beer. That's what that lady said. Marines told to stop using sir and ma'am to avoid misgendering superiors. You knew that was coming. Yes, sir. No, sir. You know they're going to be like, no more of that. And you know the Marines is like, oh, the hell with that. You know old Marines are like, you gotta be, don't you bring that gender identification stuff to the Marine Corps.
Yeah, they had to change it because it was don't ask, don't tell. They had to keep that under wraps. But now it's open that anybody now can come into.
No, but this don't even have nothing to do with your sexual identity.
No, I'm saying
this is
misgendering.
about you saying. This is about we're saying the names. That teacher got fired. They, them.
No, but I'm saying they wouldn't have that concern now that the door has opened for the transgenders and anyone to now be a. They're more open now. It's not a don't tell, don't ask, don't tell thing like.
But this is not even that because this is
because it wouldn't have to deal with that.
No, but young kids do that, and that has nothing to do with them being gay or anything. They don't like you saying she, her, him, her.
Right.
They could be straight and still don't want you to say her.
I'm
right.
You looking at it from a different point.
I'm
saying.
looking at this generation. They don't like those names. They don't like saying her, him.
Right, and they nipping it in the bud so you won't be discriminating anybody just in case they are whatever. Right. That's what I'm saying.
So they're telling them the U.S. no more yes, sir. The U.S. Marines may ban recruits from respectively addressing senior members as sir or ma'am to avoid misgendering and offending them.
So what do they say now?
Well, they're going to tell you what to say. The woke recommendation was made in a new 2 million report commissioned by the Corps from the University of Pittsburgh.
Do they say yes, officer?
They have to say their rank and then their name, their last name, I think.
Officer so-and-so?
Or Colonel so-and-so or General.
Whatever their rank
yes,
is.
General Powell. Yeah. Yes, Colonel Robinson.
Their title is last
name. I think so. Okay. So no more yes, sir, no, sir. The 2-year study by the University of Pittsburgh Warrior Human Performance Research Center also said that the Army, Navy, Coast Guard effectively de-emphasize gender in an integrated environment. Instead of saying ma'am or sir, recruits in these services refer to their drill instructors using their ranks or role followed by the last name.
Yes. Colonel so-and-so, officer so-and-so, lieutenant so-and-so, sergeant so-and-so.
Yes. Gendered identifiers prime recruits to think about or visually search for a drill instructor's gender first before the rank or the role. So in other words, is that you can't, what if that's a woman?
Right.
And you say, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Right.
This person could be offended and say, I'm not a sir.
Well, that's what I was saying. Beyond the they got to be generic now because back in the day, they have to be what male or female, because remember they didn't want gay, they wasn't comfortable with someone from the LGBTQ being that open, being in the military.
But that still has nothing to do with their gender.
No, understand this.
Okay.
I'm saying
I'm
they
confused.
didn't have to. From what I was hearing from other people that's been in the military, it was the don't ask, don't tell.
I know,
so they wouldn't have to deal with the fact that if that was a transgender, she did all of that they have to say no sir, no ma'am. I'm saying that they're so used to doing that, because they're now opening the doors to be LGBTQ friendly. They're being very careful now to just be generically saying the last name Sergeant whatever. Because otherwise, why is that so important?
That's what I'm getting ready to tell you. That's what I told you. It has nothing to do with
what's their reason for doing it then?
Because this generation, it has nothing to do with being transgender or
then
homosexual.
Why is it saying that then?
Because they don't want to be identified as she, her. It has, like, it's me as regular. I'm me. I'm not gay.
Oh, you're not transgender.
But don't say she or her for me. That's what they saying. Don't say her. Say they or them. Don't give me. You berate me.
Who feels that way, right?
Or even women's rights. Mm-hmm. Don't say ma'am. When you say ma'am, you degrade me. That's how some women see it.
Okay, so just
like if your boss says, remember that joke we told when that man said, when he said sir, he says, we call each other by last names here.
Okay.
That joke I said, because we don't want anybody say, so it's not like somebody be yes ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Like people may think ma'am is a subordinate to sir. You know what I'm saying? So that's why this generation don't want you to use any of it. It's just them, they, or use my name. Just say, yes, Officer Johnson.
Okay.
Don't say, if I pull you over and I'm a female officer, you say, yes, ma'am.
I'm just saying that aside from that, it just makes it safer for the doors to be open for anybody, regardless of their identity, whatever their identity is. Because that's what we have to take training in me being a help at homes person. I have to take more training now dealing with that, how I'm calling my patients.
Right.
What I'm calling them. So it's not even the gender, the sex identity, it's the how do you identify yourself?
Right.
And that's two different categories. Whether they've done the transgendering or not, they still may identify themselves as he, she, them, whatever.
Right.
So I had to take that training. So I'm thinking they're probably making sure we're covering all bases, so we won't offend anybody, regardless of where they're coming from.
So what do you think about that? Do you think that's a good thing for them to take away saying yes sir, no ma'am, yes ma'am?
I have no problem because they're saying their names.
Okay,
it don't matter what they're giving. Fact is good because you're reiterating what their level of whatever their position is.
Now this person,
yes, Sergeant Thomas.
This person says, as a former Marine, it was always yes or no drill instructor.
Right.
Ma'am or sir was only for addressing an officer, one person wrote, with others saying only recruits would ever use the terms. The commission study highlighted a number of areas where the service will come across as being a male-dominated operation, including sexist behavior. That's what I told you with the women's rights movement saying the same thing. And jokes and training material focusing on men, often using male pronouns even for positions held by females. But that's the same as the Bible. The Bible uses male pronouns and it's referencing everybody. It's not just saying man.
Mankind.
Right, like mankind. He's saying everybody. He's not, but it is a masculine pronoun. Mankind is a masculine pronoun, even though it's talking about everybody.
Because Mother Nature,
Father Time.
Yeah, so yeah. I don't want us to get so picky with that.
Well, people say God. Is God a male? Do you say male or female? But people,
why we got to put a sex to everything?
Because you say father.
Yeah, father instead of mother.
Right. You say father as masculine.
I think sometimes confusion gets in there when we started doing it like that. Just call him his name. You don't even have to say mother, father. When you say Charlemagne thinks that God is a female, Just say God's name, God, Yahweh.
Yeah, but in the Bible,
Elohim. You don't have to say, if you want to get all specific
when
on
you say
Father, Mother.
when you say our Father
just
who's art
say
in heaven,
Yahweh in heaven.
so you change it to our Father who art in heaven.
You don't have to even say Father. You
Okay.
can say Yahweh. You still call him. He has many names.
Exactly.
I am that I am.
So that's
So
why
I'm a nip the enemy in the bud, trying to
Right.
be all specific.
Right,
He's
right.
Father.
Right.
Oh, one male. See,
Right,
why can't
right.
he be Mother God?
right. Whatever it is, make sure you call him before you die.
Yes. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Lord can be female, male.
No, because Lord is not a woman.
No, my Lord.
No, I'm saying it's masculine. Lord is masculine.
Okay, then we'll go back
See,
to
that's
saying
there you
Yah-
go again.
That can't go wrong with Yahweh. I love it.
All
Okay.
right, here we go. Here we
Okay,
go.
that's good though.
But that's
good.
to me, I don't care. Older
I know.
Marines
You
might
said
care.
Charlamagne said that God is a female.
He calls God a she.
she.
Who cares?
Okay.
But my thing,
in fact, I kind of like this. I like that they're doing this because you do, now that we have to be really careful with ma'am, sir, you do get my mom and them, that's how they were raised.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
What
Yes,
you gonna say
sir.
now? Yes, them.
You, I don't know what you say now.
Yes, you.
Or them. They may not be.
Or just say Miss Johnson. Yes, Miss Johnson.
their name. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
Well,
with
no,
the
you can't
person's
say
name.
Miss Johnson. Just say, excuse me, yes, Johnson. No,
Yeah,
Johnson.
You can't say Mr. or Mrs.
If it's an old person, they're gonna slap you if you don't say Miss Johnson.
Don't mess
Yes,
with Miss Johnson.
yes, her. She was down. What do you mean,
Oh,
her?
wow. But I do get it though for the military. It's good to say their rank,
Mm-hmm.
their position, and their last name. So
Emerald says we were raised to say ma'am and sir. Yep.
yeah.
Wendy says Father, Son, Holy Spirit. That's all masculine.
Holy Spirit's not
Father,
masculine.
no, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Father, Son. That's masculine.
Right. They can say masculine all they want to about Jesus, Yeshua. He's a man.
Right.
He came down in the form of a man. He didn't come in the form of a female or any other identity problems. He was a man.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Then God made man in his own image and took the real from the man and made the woman.
So you can call God Yahweh if you don't want to say Father. But if you that picky, something not right with your spirit. If you going that gender based,
well, it's
then
not
for you to be that nitpicky that he can't be father. Why can't he be mother? Something's not right with your heart.
I feel
'Cause you're
like-
looking at it that way.
I feel like it's the same thing with the name black people and stuff. It depends
What?
on the era and who you talking to.
Yeah.
You talk
okay.
to an old black person, they say colored still.
Yeah. My grandmother said color.
There's a colored woman over there. What's she saying? A colored
But
woman.
my coworker who at the
What
time
do you say? Black, Negro? What
she
do you
said
say?
black.
I say black.
She said black.
You wasn't saying that when you was
I
young,
used to say
though.
colored.
Yeah, you said colored.
Whoopi said she don't like.
She said colored when
Whoopi
she was
said
young.
she
When did
don't-
you start saying black?
When I came to the north.
Oh.
Whoopi says she don't like African American. She says black.
I say black.
Yeah.
But younger black people don't say black. They say
What they
African American.
African American.
And some of them going back to saying black now. See,
Or
it goes.
some of us say Negro. We trying to be funny.
Yeah.
You funny Negro.
I usually say Negro when I'm trying to
or
be
the
funny.
other word, but still, in terms of
I actually
in terms
say
of
that.
endearment.
I actually say the A word
She
at the
said-
end.
Yeah, in terms endearment.
She don't say the
terms.
one with the A on the end. I do. I be like, "What's up?" You know.
Yeah.
Emerald say I say black too.
Yeah.
I think most of our generation say black. Wendy says, "Preach, mom." She listening to you talk, mom. God's word is the same yesterday, today, and forever.
And he will never change it.
Oh, Lord,
man.
you got her preaching now,
He's going
Wendy.
to stay the word until the end of time.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Don't get her to preaching, Wendy.
And
You
why she gotta have her-
do a collection?
Why you have to put your hand up when you start talking? Why do people do
Mama
this?
talks like this because that really means what it says.
Yeah. And it'll stay forever until the end of time. All right, here we go.
So, but okay, this is a good story.
All right, where am I at with time? I'm probably going past.
See?
Oh, I'm close.
Here's my clock.
Okay, this guy right here, real quick. Philadelphia man exonerated after decades in prison was gunned down at a funeral.
Oh no.
Philadelphia, you always laugh and people gonna comment and say she always laugh every time it's a sad thing. Why does she always laugh? Whenever somebody gets murdered or something, she laughs. When a kid gets taken away from their family, she laughs. When somebody gets run over by a car, she laughs.
So what?
That's not funny.
It's not, but still.
Philadelphia police released a statement confirming that a wrongly convicted man who spent almost 30 years in prison before being released last year was murdered or whatever at a funeral. The statement explained that Christopher Williams, 62, suffered gunshot wounds to the head.
Ooh.
He was taken to Temple University Hospital where he was pronounced dead shortly after the shooting. In 1989, Williams was convicted in 2 different cases consisting of a triple murder and murder of Michael Hainsworth. Williams, as well as the co-defendant Troy Colston, were convicted of the Hainsworth killing in 1992. How much you want to bet that was a vigilante?
What do you mean?
Somebody who felt like he should have not been
paid for that being there, paying for the life that he took.
Yes.
I don't know.
Philadelphia prosecutors pushed to dismiss the murder convictions against Williams in both cases after discovering compromised testimony. They also found exploratory evidence that law enforcement knew about but never told defense lawyers. So it was a technicality.
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't like it was DNA.
30 years almost?
Yeah, but that don't mean he should have been let out. It wasn't DNA that cleared him. It was some messed up police work. That was retaliation.
Which could mean that he could have done it.
That was somebody who knew they felt like he did it, and they made sure they was going to take care of him when he got out.
I think all things happen for a reason, though. We can't be surprised when things like this happen because you never know. He could have been guilty all this time, and then when he got out, he actually paid for it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Emerald says, I say black too. Okay. Remember Afro-American? Yeah. Oh yeah. People used to say that.
Afro-American.
Lenora, you do always laugh out loud.
I do. I'm just saying that he got out after 30 years in prison and gets shot.
Oh, Emerald, you on Twitch? She says, I can chat on Twitch now. Hey.
Is that easier for you to look at?
No, I want all y'all on Twitch because when we start going over there, I want to start bringing people on, but you need to be on Twitch in order to do that. Okay, that's it.
And the sad thing about it is he died at a funeral too.
At a funeral. Now, real quick, before we start getting on the subject of hair again, because y'all know we could talk a whole hour about hair. Proud mother perms 3-year-old daughter's hair and shares video on TikTok, leaving users divided. 3 years old. Is that too young to put a perm in your daughter's hair? 3 days ago, a TikTok was posted of a mother perming her 3-year-old daughter's hair in a beauty salon. The video was shared by user @FlamBingo, who listed her identity as a 23-year-old mother of 1 in her account's bio. The video was shared on Saturday and has garnered over 468,000 views as well as 22.3 likes. Look at this. Hold on.
Is she doing a kitty perm, I wonder?
Oh, am I going out of the thing? I didn't want to go out of the thing.
Is she doing a kitty perm?
You
know that makes a difference.
I don't know.
I told you.
What's wrong with her hair right there? Her natural hair.
I told you though. When you told me about this story, I said her mom is probably young.
What's wrong with her hair right
it's
there?
It's not even about what's wrong with it. That's her daughter. There's nothing you can say about it. Nothing. She's a young mom. She probably say, and then her daughter can say, "Ma, can I have blue in my hair like yours?" And she'll say, "Okay, baby, I'm gonna put blue in your hair too, and put blue strands of braids." That's a young mother who wants her baby to look good like her. Hey, you want nails too, baby? I'm gonna put some and eyelashes.
She gonna have
There's nothing you can do.
She gonna have on tarantula eyelashes.
Yes, buddy man. Easter. I bet you Easter Sunday she gonna have
Whatever
eyelashes
happened
on.
that nice little white socks and your little white shoes on Easter and your gloves,
your little stock pantyhose,
and your little sock, your little tights,
your tights,
and your hair done up. And my mother,
and that's when you wear it straightened because you got the bang in the front and they get all puffy.
By the end of the day, your hair is back looking like this.
Yes. When you told me this story, I said if she have a young mom is gonna beautify her daughter.
Emerald says way too young. Why not just keep her baby hair braided? That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
And she says I don't agree, but at least she had it professionally done.
Thank you. That too.
She didn't go out to Jay's beauty salon and get a box.
Did it in the basement of somebody's house. And was it a kitty perm? Remember back in the day, we wore kitty perms. It wasn't as heavy. The lie wasn't as heavy.
Wendy says and I remember this, we talked about this, there's a class action lawsuit because they now have scientific evidence that perms cause uterine and breast cancer.
And your point? To a 22-year-old mom?
No, but we're saying that it's, okay, here's the thing.
The things that damages us
We
and
show-
kills us and hurts us.
hold on.
We don't care because it's about beauty.
I got it, but listen.
Yeah.
I posted a thing on our page with the cigarette machines. And remember we was talking about everybody smoked back in the day. Everybody. It was, remember, on the plane and the restaurant. You would walk in the restaurant and say, you want smoking or non-smoking?
Yes. Yeah.
And then you go, before smoking and non-smoking, you just go in and everybody sit wherever. Then they changed it. You want smoking or non-smoking.
They separated the section.
Right.
And still
That's
allowed
when you
to.
knew smoking was on its way out. But the people now know more than we knew back then.
Right.
So you
educated.
know now.
With lack of knowledge can destroy you.
But you know now that perms directly lead to uterine and breast cancer. Why would you do that at 3 years old, starting her on a journey of breast cancer?
Yeah.
And uterine cancer. I'm not saying she don't have the right. That's her mother, whatever.
No, I'm not even saying
but
that.
She don't have the right as a kid to say why. It's almost like back in the day, you making your kids smoke and they end up dying of lung cancer. Why would you do that?
Parents who are messing their kids' credit up now, even at a young age. Getting things in their kids' name. And their credit is already ruined before they're even 9 or 10 years old.
Wendy says the point is education. The people perish for lack of knowledge.
And they don't have to accept the education that they've been given. That's the problem. You can talk to her until you blew in the face.
I know.
These moms, it's about them. It's about beauty.
And
it's
you know
about
what else?
Good.
You know what else it's about?
What?
It's about who they look at as role models.
Yes.
This is what I would like to start happening. People like Beyonce, and Beyonce been wearing that wig forever. I'm so over her with this wig. And I like Beyonce. Yes. We're done, Beyonce. Okay. We're done. We're done with the fake wig.
Okay.
Rihanna has worn natural hairstyles. Let's get into the natural hairstyles now. We're done. I know she does do natural sometimes, but she's doing too many of these wigs.
No, that's not fair, though. I didn't know where you were going with that. I don't think it's fair to say leave the wigs alone.
I'm saying.
Well, you got to do natural.
No.
You don't have to do natural.
I'm not saying leave the wigs alone.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying these role models start pushing more natural hairstyles.
But they may not want to.
No, we see them wearing it. Yes, they do.
I know, but they may not want to push it. They may wear it for that time that they're on stage or they're doing a movie or a video shoot. But she don't wear her hair natural, and you're not gonna probably get her to.
Okay, so then if you don't wear your hair natural,
because Michelle Obama don't. She wear braids, and that's it. That's as natural as Michelle Obama became.
That is natural. Braids
no,
is natural.
no. Other than braids, you
Yeah.
don't see their hair natural
No,
like
no.
this.
Braids is natural. I'm fine with braids.
Oh, yeah, because they all, everybody wears braids. I don't call that natural.
Yeah, that is natural.
No, I don't call it natural.
Lenore, we gone, y'all. If she don't
You
call
guys-
braids natural.
No, you guys, you understand where I'm coming from. When you get your hair braided, that doesn't mean it's natural. Your hair, which is relaxed, can still be braided. You are just wearing a braided hairstyle. That's what I mean.
All right.
Natural is natural.
All right.
Whether you're braiding it, twisting it, putting a barrette in it, letting it go free, that's natural. No chemicals, no nothing. But you can wear chemically relaxed hair braided.
All right. Well, what I'm talking about.
That's what I mean. And I have never seen Michelle Obama without her braids in a natural style.
All right.
Her hair is always straight, whether she's pressing it or relaxing it.
Emerald
Don't get me
says,
started with hair.
When I decided to go natural 5 years ago, I didn't even know how to style my hair or what to use on it. It was true struggle. Wendy says, Merrick Garland. Okay, she's doing a thing. Ethnic thing. Yeah. All right. So anyway, like I
see
said,
what you're saying, but I'm thinking I don't want to blame Beyonce as being the role model for that. We're talking about children.
I'm gonna go back,
relaxing their hair.
I'll go back.
How do you get people to not do that?
I'll go back to what I was saying. Anyway, I was on my thing with Beyonce.
Go ahead.
So what I would like to see them start doing is start wearing their hair not with the long straight. Just wear your hair either natural or braided or however you want to call it. Don't get box perms or anything like that. Start pushing women to not get perms. I'll even take a wig over a perm. I'll even take a sew-in and braid your hair underneath over a perm. We got to get away from the perm. That's all I'm saying. You can wear your hair braided and then wear a piece attached to it or a wig or whatever.
I don't like when we tell women how to wear their hair.
No, we say a perm.
No.
It leads to breast cancer.
I understand that, but I still don't like the idea of telling a woman what to do and not to do. Even if you come up with a research that shows this and this, my concern is children wearing their hair like that. As a grown adult, you can wear your hair any kind of way you want to, wear the relaxer into your hair, you're bald. When you dealing with anybody underage, that's where I have an issue with this 3-year-old girl and you putting relaxers in her hair. No, damage your own hair and your own health, but not your child.
All right.
That's my problem.
All right.
I don't like telling women how to do their hair and when to do it and not to do it. Wear natural, don't wear natural.
Well,
wear afro, wear braids.
I will say,
wear it straight. Don't do it perms.
Okay.
Don't do this.
I
don't like that.
I will say this. I'm not listening.
Because you don't like nobody telling you about your life.
I know. What she's saying, I don't agree.
Well,
what I say is, I don't care how
do
you
a survey and see what
I
feel.
say is, I don't care how you style your hair. I don't care about that.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, we have proven that relaxers cause cancer. They have a lot of women, just like Wendy said, are in a class action lawsuit right now because it does cause cancer. Just like I can say, I'm not going to tell somebody they can't smoke.
There's other ways to straighten your hair too. You don't have to do a relaxer to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
All right. Or that's just like somebody telling me, your weight can kill you.
Yeah.
You can have diabetes. You can have this. Don't tell. I can have, and I'll be eating a chocolate cake.
But you still don't want them telling you what to do.
They can tell me. I don't have to listen.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what I mean. They have the freedom to tell you.
All
You're right. Freedom of speech.
Exactly.
I get it. But my concern with that, I get what you're saying, and I'm not disagreeing with you in that because you're right. You can tell.
I can't tell you.
Speech.
You don't have to listen.
I don't like telling people myself, though.
I'm telling
even with my freedom of speech, because I don't want nobody. It's almost like do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I don't want you telling me how to do my hair,
all right,
or what to use and not
style.
to use.
I'm saying
to use the relaxer.
Right.
I may want to take a chance and use the relaxer and get cancer in 20 years because of it.
Exactly.
I just have a concern with the children. That's all.
All right. Okay. Well, some people may say, well, forget it. It's going to open up a whole nother. I knew this. Anytime you start talking about hair.
Yes, black women here. Black women don't.
It's a whole nother hour show.
And you've heard people make jokes about don't mess with the black woman's hair. Is you get in the water, swimming pool, girl? Don't mess with the black woman's hair.
And the difference is,
girl, and you touch the black woman's hair,
and you see the anger because she has angry hair.
Yeah, I do.
So she gets mad when you talk about hair.
Yes. When you tell me what to do and not to do with it.
Well, I can put water on my hair and then I can
wave.
I don't have to have a relaxer.
Nice wave.
She has to have one.
My hair does this.
So that's why she's sticking
My
out for
hair
relaxer.
wants to fight you. How dare you it didn't even relax when you put a relaxer on it. It just poofed up.
So that's all that is.
Okay.
That's years of people with hard hair mad because they have to give up relaxer.
I'm angry.
Don't tell me
What to do with
I
my
can't
hair.
have creamy cracks. That's exactly what it is.
Thank you.
It's creamy
I gotta
cracks.
I gotta make this lie down so I can comb it.
What happened to straightening combs?
Straighten only does it for like a half an hour, and then it creeps up.
You
again.
got braids
It's
now.
so angry, and it's coming through the braids, as you can see. I needed to rebraid it. My hair is fighting.
Oh my
it's
God.
coming out.
So you tell. That's why I back out of this
That's why I
fight.
cut it off.
I back out of it because
Okay.
I'm somebody who don't have to have it. I can put water on my hair and brush it.
Yeah.
So if I'm
that's
out,
why her hair is down to her feet.
but I can't fight people that want to stay with it because my hair is not like that.
Yeah.
If my hair was like that, I'd be in the war with you. I would be like, my hair's like that too, and I
Okay.
keep it braided or whatever.
Yeah.
But I can't feel you because my hair is not like that.
But we all agree, though, with this kid story, that definitely a child. No.
Oh, True Blue. True says Beyonce seems to keep her children's hair natural. You are absolutely right.
Don't touch your kid's hair.
And we don't even want to talk about Jay-Z's hair.
Oh.
Everybody in the house's hair is natural.
Leave Beyonce alone.
And his hair is, he don't even have locks like he has those trunk locks.
You
Where it's just
guys,
in whatever way it wants to go.
you guys know darn well, until we see Michelle Obama sporting an afro,
I don't want to see her in the afro.
I don't either.
Oh, okay.
So why we fussing for everybody to be natural?
We not, you keep
no,
doing
no,
that.
no. I'm saying when we make
braids is natural to me.
they're not natural to me.
All
When we
right.
say the comment about Beyonce, she keeps her kids' hair natural, then what does that mean about her? She not?
No, we saying when you see her kids, their hair is not, it's not perm.
And that's what we're saying, children. Yes, but you made a
Yeah.
comment about Beyonce.
I want to start
being a role model.
Yeah, I want to start seeing her with her hair natural. And when I say natural, again, we the opposite. When I say natural, I'm talking about she could do braids. That's natural to
And
me.
braids are not natural because braids is fake.
All
Braids
right,
is
Lenore.
fake hair.
All
This
right.
is
We disagree, Lenore.
Kim, it's not natural.
All right.
Braids are not natural. They're synthetic. If I put a light to this, it's gonna burn up.
I'm talking about her hair.
Well, you're saying hairstyles. Be
Yeah.
careful with that. Because braids, you can braid a person's hair that's relaxed.
Whatever. And her proteges, Chloe and Haley, have beautiful natural locks. Yeah, they have natural
Oh, she
styles.
got locks too.
Chloe and Bailey have
Oh.
locks. So I want to start seeing Beyonce with braids. I want to start seeing her without the wig on. That's what I'm saying. Her hair. I want to see her hair. That's what I'm
What
saying.
braids you want? You want to see her real hair? Then yeah, you may still see it straight.
I want to see her hair in braids.
She's worn braids. That's what I'm saying. I like to see natural as a style.
No.
Natural. Her sister wears her hair natural.
Yeah. But some
Her
people
natural curls. I love that.
But some people can't, like you saying, because their hair is too angry, like you saying.
Mine is angry. Yeah.
Yes.
How we know Beyonce's isn't angry?
It is. It might be. She can braid it though. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
And I have seen her in braids.
I have
I
too.
want to see it more often. That's
Oh,
all.
Okay.
I do see her in braids a lot, but I want to see it more often because these girls they trying to follow after them.
Mhm.
And like Cardi B.
Mhm.
Cardi B's natural hair is beautiful. She does do it when she just around the house.
Mhm.
She has it out. That's her natural hair.
Mhm.
But when she on stage, it's fade.
Well,
that's
yeah,
all
they
I'm
on
saying.
Stage, so yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
again, I don't know how long we added on for talking about hair.
Oh, when you don't get me started with hair.
But looking at this little girl, her natural hair looks
yes,
fine.
it does. It does.
Look at that. That's not angry.
And she did the braids, that little braid. She didn't have to do a relaxer to do that
No.
because the hair is not out. If the hair was out, I could see her wanting to be straightened and more, silky. But she has braids, so why do a relaxer and then
That's why I'm
braids?
always in pain.
So loud.
Good luck, Charlie. Hanging ass hoes.
I don't know who that is.
I could see her mom or whoever it was pressing her hair so it could be manageable to comb. See?
I'm here about to cop a new fit in this haircut.
So I don't know.
All right, so that's all. That's
Okay.
They talking about when they got their first perm and all this other stuff. So they happy to be on
I think
the
I was in
crap.
high school.
But when you tell, that's what I'm saying. It's stupid. It's they need to know if somebody's telling you something. And like you said, I don't care if you want to continue on with you, but if somebody's telling you that this leads to cancer,
Yeah.
why would you put that on your child's head?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. For
Okay.
a look,
Yep.
that's stupid.
And a lot of moms are doing it. Yep.
But I can understand if you don't know. Like you don't know. But we telling you now.
It don't mean anything. How many times we've been telling a lot of young kids in the inner cities, our families and stuff, and they still don't listen.
I always said that if I had a child, I wouldn't force them to eat McDonald's and stuff like what. My child, it's something when you see a whole fat family. Everybody's fat. The father's fat, the mom's fat, the dog's fat, the kids are fat, the baby is fat.
Yes.
He's not even walking and he's fat.
Big old fat legs. Oh, it's cute when they're babies. But yeah, you're right. I've seen some heavy moms.
Have enough.
Whose kids are skinny.
Yeah, have enough to where you like, I've already got rid of
I need
myself.
some help, but I make sure my kids is in.
But I'd be darned if everybody is fat. Even the dog is fat.
Yes, yeah. I get it. Okay.
Everybody's fat.
I get it.
Grandma, grandpa, the cousins, nephews.
We're all eating the same thing.
Everybody eating the same.
You know, usually families, a mom don't want to cook differently. You know,
But go to the family picnic or barbecue. Let the kids run and be skinny.
They sitting down doing their little video.
We were skinny when we was kids. We wasn't fat. These kids is like 200 pounds and they like 7 years old.
Little, I hate seeing little fat 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds. You're like, oh, they not running like they used to.
And they coming to the restaurant climbing in the chair. And you 200 pounds.
I remember one of our friends, they little 3-year-old was big. He was like older. He looked older than what he did. He would feed himself at the all you can eat. Because we would say, you want us to fix a plate for him? Oh, no, girl, just give him a plate. He know how to
family.
Well, okay. But we need to probably do, like you said, come back.
Just like her, with her daughter, with that, she got a perm. The daughter got a perm. The dog got a perm.
I just knew
everybody got a perm in the house.
I'm telling you, I just knew that was a young mom, and next is going to be eyelashes on that
How much you want to bet if they got a dog, the dog has a perm?
Nah, they not going to do that, dog.
The dog probably has things in his hair. He probably got stuff sewn in his hair. Everybody looks the same in the house.
I doubt they'll do a dog with relaxer. Yeah.
The baby daddy got a perm.
Now, babies.
Everybody got a perm in the house.
Babies younger than her have had hair braided. And we.
Okay, and now the ones who say there's nothing wrong, what's the age? 2, 1?
For what? For braiding?
Perm. When do we start? 3. Newborn? Did we give a newborn a perm? I mean, come on.
You know, a teenager's going to want one. It's hard to
I'm
stop
saying,
them
but
from
what's
doing
the
that.
age? She's doing it at 3. What
I
do
guess
we
it's
do?
like some parents with makeup.
So if I'm born with
13,
a hair full of hair,
14.
if I'm born with a hair full of hair and I got an afro in this family, am I getting a perm?
I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
If you got a young mom, she may say okay.
I know.
And do it for you. So
Wendy says, why are they still allowed to sell it? Same as cigarettes and everything else. If you wanna
you can still
die,
go get cigarettes. Yeah.
I can go
or the
get
vapor thing. What is it?
the vapor. If I want to get a big giant turkey leg and eat it in the bed before I go to sleep, there's nothing you can do about it.
The beauty places have said that because a lot of women are going natural now, that the relaxing companies have been losing money.
True says middle school.
What is middle school? 12,
you think that's 11? When they can start 12 years?
I would say teen and up, 13, 14. And then 2, again, there are there's relaxers on the shelf that is not as strong with that diet, that lie in it.
We got to push, but I think, I go back to the Beyoncés and all of them. When their role models start pushing natural looks, I noticed that the young girls start wearing them. Because they see them and they like, oh, that's cute. I like that. I want to wear it, look like her or whatever. So I want them to do more of that and less of the fake, the fake look.
Yeah.
If you must, he said middle school, if you must, but hold out as long as you can.
Yes. Yeah. Show them alternatives. Because there's alternative ways to even straighten your hair. You don't have to do a lie relaxer in there.
Yeah.
Because think about it, even on the other side of that, relaxers for white women are curly, right?
Right.
The curly, they want that curly. They
Right.
like their hair so straight, they want curls.
Right. But would you put that on
And men are
3-year-old?
even getting relaxers. Remember back in the day with
we don't even want to talk about. See how this can start off on men hair.
Men doing that and straightening
Men are
and stuff.
getting wigs and
Yeah,
sew-ins
and sew-ins and weaves.
I've watched them shave this man's head off right here, all the way down to the scalp, just to put on a flap so he can have hair.
Wow.
So they shave their hair down now,
just to
so they
put
can
something
get
on.
they can get those frontals and stuff.
Wow.
And the frontals look like it's your hair.
Yeah,
You don't know that's not his hair.
that's true.
You think that's that guy's hair.
Wow.
So I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever. We could go on here on forever. Y'all know that.
That's true.
Let me see. Make sure. Okay, y'all, we getting ready to sign off. Can you ask people to call for Shanquilla? That's what Wendy's saying. Yeah, where'd you have that? Let me see.
Did you try that number 2, Kim?
She goes, Merrick Garland, Attorney General, Department of Justice, 202-514-2000.
Yeah.
Call every day for a Shanquilla, a black woman, arrest her killers. Definitely. Please share, please call. Yeah, for sure.
Say the number again.
202-514-2000.
Department of Justice.
Department of Justice, Merrick Garland. We haven't dropped the ball on that case. We got to find out what's going on with that.
Yeah, any updates?
Not
Let's
yet.
see. Okay.
And you know they'll forget about it if we don't say nothing about it.
Yep.
Emerald says, thank you, ladies. Thank you, guys.
Thank
so
you,
we're out of
guys.
here. You may pop in on the weekend. Y'all know we normally,
This is
if we
holiday
do,
weekend
it's just
too.
sporadic if we do.
And this is holiday weekend, so
yeah.
enjoy your
So everybody
holiday
have
and
happy
Christmas.
holidays. Whether you have somebody or not, you have yourself.
Mhm.
You're healthy. You're alive.
Be a blessing this weekend.
Right. You're alive.
Mhm.
Blessing for who?
No, be a blessing for whoever they can be a blessing for.
No, I didn't buy nobody nothing, so
You don't have to buy. That's even calling somebody up and just
I'm not calling
laughing
anybody.
with somebody.
I'm not calling
I'm telling
anybody.
these guys.
Oh.
What's wrong with you? I'm not gonna call anyone. I can care less.
Yeah, I might text somebody or something. Happy holidays or something.
Right.
But other than that,
Okay.
When you pray for them, you're blessed.
oh, that's true. My mother said if you pray for somebody, I'll pray
That's
for
true.
somebody.
That's true.
Thank you, ladies. Emerald says Merry Christmas, everyone.
Same here.
True says Happy Holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays.
All right, y'all. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to our new channel, Woods Relax Sleep Sounds.
Mhm.
All one word.
Mhm.
Did you listen to it last night?
No. I need to see what you've uploaded. Hey, did you ever do anything with wind?
What do you mean?
Different wind sounds?
No, you didn't say
breeze?
nothing about a wind.
That's an ideal.
Wind.
Wind
Okay.
blowing like rustling wind.
All right. Normally, y'all know I would say something, right? And she's trying to get me to say something, but because I'm trying to get off the air, I'm not gonna open up that can of worms.
Okay.
Who is that?
She blowing, Ma, like the wind.
Would the wind be common to you if you heard the wind blowing, Ma?
She don't know nothing.
Would that
about
be
that.
would that calm
She don't
you?
know what you're talking about sounds on the computer. This is fast foreign to her.
Okay.
We put
Well, no,
sounds
it's not
on the
about
computer,
sounds.
Ma, so people can listen.
It's
and go
not
to sleep
about the
and stuff.
computer. It's just that will that be a calming sound to her?
I think a fan would be.
Other than a fan, I'm just saying
Yeah.
some other way.
All right, y'all. So don't
Okay.
forget to like, share, subscribe. Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See you later.